You know what? No. I know some of you guys do watch via the app. I know some of you guys do watch via the app. Yes, I'm aware of this. I'm aware of this. Keep prices on the iOS app the same and cover Apple's fee yourself. You will earn less on transactions made on the iOS app. I am not that. I'm sorry, lads. I am not that holier than thou. I apologize. I am not. I am not. Apple has required that Patreon switch to their iOS in-app purchase system starting this November or risk being removed from the App Store. Here's what's coming and what you can do about it. Patreon exists to let creators. This is why I always tell people you have to watch through your browser on your phone if you can't watch through the app, because the app has problems, bro. It does. Yeah. I mean, listen, if you're listen, I got me two Apple phones, okay? I got me two. So I'm doubly fucked. I'm extra fucked. I'm super fucked. I'm super fucked. Okay. But if an Android, you're fine, I guess. Apple Tax is coming everywhere, across the board. Yeah, it's Apple Tax coming for everybody. But the problem is that, listen, I'm not covering that. That is that's like way too much money. Way too much money. Hold on, let me see here. Patreon exists to let creators make their Androids over. I'm used to the Apple ecosystem in terms of handhelds. Not for PCs, no. But in terms of handheld devices, in terms of, let's say, the iPods, the AirPods, the iWatches, the iPhones, I'm used to that whole ecosystem when I'm on the move. And I'm out and about. But when I want to actually hunker down and do stuff, like do work, that's Windows for me personally. So, okay, Patreon exists to let creators make what they love for their biggest fans and earn an income doing it on their own terms. Everything we built is to make those two things easier for creators, for you. Unfortunately, Apple is requiring us to switch over to their in-app purchase system for all iOS transactions, or else risk being kicked out of the App Store altogether. And in their app purchase system is not built with the same level of creator first flexibility, obviously. In a situation like this, where a partner is forcing us to change that we don't believe is, whoa, I'm saying it's like so poorly. Let me just restart real quick, okay? Fuck it. Let me just lock down, NA reading, restart, ran, pull the horn. Let's go from the top, all right? Just the whole thing, all right? Because I'm messing up bad. Patreon is to let creators make what they love for their biggest fans and earn an income doing it on their own terms. Everything we built is to make those two things easier for creators, for you. Unfortunately, Apple is requiring us to switch over to their in-app purchase system for all iOS transactions, or else risk being kicked out of the App Store altogether. And their in-app purchase system is not built with our same level of creator-first flexibility. In situations like this, where a partner is forcing us to change that we don't believe is best for creators, we use these three principles to guide our decisions. 1, transparency, communicating to you early and clearing to help you understand exactly what is happening and what your options are. 1. 2, control, giving you a clear understanding of the trade-offs so that you can decide what is right for your business. 3, stability, making sure that you're able to maintain your earnings and continue to grow your business throughout this process. Okay. Ooh, Apple requirements. As we first announced last year, Apple's requiring that Patreon use their in-app purchasing system and remove all other billing systems from the Patreon iOS app by November 2024. This has two major consequences for creators. 1, Apple will be applying their 30% app. I thought that Patreon was like low-key already taking care of this shit. Okay, whatever. Apple will be applying their 30% App Store fee to all new memberships purchased in the Patreon iOS app, in addition to anything bought in your Patreon shop. Wow. So even if you do Patreon merchandise, if you pay Patreon merchandise through the Apple Store, you're also getting charged an additional 30% fee on the merchandise in the Apple Store or in the Patreon Apple Store. That's anything. Oh. Shit. Everything is Apple is fucked. Well, I'm exaggerating, but they're responsible for most of the shitty evolution of mobile devices today. The thing about it is that they do have the largest ecosystem. It's just undeniable. Well, actually, maybe not undeniable, but they do have the most popular. I'll put it like that. And ideally, the most robust. Like, Apple generated shit that you see more often than not when it comes to on-the-go devices. It is what it is. In fact, it's so much so to where there is this culture, I think it's like almost universal, where if you have an Android, if you send green text messages, you are seen as less than. You are seen as a muggle, okay? You're not seen on the top echelon. You're not a pure blood, okay? You say Wingardium Leviosa. That's you if you're an Android user. But if you're an iPhone user, it's Leviosa. You say it the right way, okay? And it's also a status symbol in of itself. If you have, like, nowadays, I used to always see dudes that were higher up, guys that were more established, guys that were more, had more money in general. A lot of these guys that also were up in trends, they would wear some pretty dope watches. Well, when I say dope, they were old school watches, right? They would wear the watches that would have the leather straps. They would have the watches that would have sometimes the gem that actually like iced out. They would have watches that are more like old man watches nowadays, because they're called old man watches. Because nawadays, I mean, and I have it too, you wear Apple watches. Apple watches are actually, you see that a lot more often nowadays. For myself, I mean, shit, I have 2 Apple watches, so, and that's seen as cooler, more hip. That's seen as better than wearing the old man watches. Apple's 20% of the global market and 3 to 4 years behind Android in features. Shit, I have no idea if that's true or not. All right, so that's number 1. Apple will be applying the 30% app store fee to all new memberships purchased in Patreon, the Patreon iOS app, in addition to anything bought on your Patreon shop. Number 2, any creator currently on first of the month or per creation billing plans will have to switch over to subscription billings to continue earning in the iOS app. Yeah, because I actually have done that too. Because that's the only billing type Apple in-app purchase system will support. So that to me doesn't matter, because that's what I did before, where I did the subscription billing to continue. So whenever you subscribe to my Patreon, you get billed automatically. You don't get billed like first of the month. There's no way, because I thought it would be a better system in general. And people, I know, and because my Patreon's old as fuck. It's only now that it's like really good. But back in the day, because I was doing the PS4 giveaways and shit like that on Patreon. My Patreon was a little bit of a mess. I didn't necessarily know like what to do for my Patreon, but we kind of changed it up entirely, and now we're better off, way better off. However, back in the day, folks could abuse that system, and it was kind of annoying to see like niggas just leave for like, okay, 31st, we out, peace, nigga. Coming back second, what's up, dude? I'm like, bro, like y'all clearly abusing the system, obviously, without a doubt. Before we go any further, we want to be crystal clear about one thing. Apple's fees will not impact their existing members. It will only affect new memberships purchased on the iOS app from November onwards. So if you're a fucking member now, you should be okay, because you're already a member and you're already good to go. Allegedly. Hold on. It only affects new memberships purchased in the iOS app from November onwards. The easiest way is to circumnavigate this and say, fuck it, I'm not going to pay through the app. I'm just going to go online on Patreon, pay the membership through there, and then watch it on my phone either through the actual iOS, like through, through let's say Safari, or let's say Google or Chrome app, or I think you still watch through the app even if you pay through, even if you pay through, let's say your desktop. Yeah, I was doing PS4 giveaways, bro. Yeah. And it was at cool. At first, it was cool. But then it was a bad idea. I remember because I was at the time I was in Buffalo for college, and it was really annoying at times because I didn't have a car when I was in Buffalo, so I had to literally take a bus with a fucking PS4 like on my lap, and I had to go over to the post office, and I had to box this shit up in the post office. It's been like 10-15 minutes in the post office boxing this shit up. And then I had to send these PS4s sometimes to like Australia or New Zealand. And I'm paying like $60, $70 to send it overseas. I'm like, yo, nah. No. I did it for like years, but I stopped, okay? Because no more giveaways, bro. Hey, I tried it. The giveaways were a unique experience, and it's one I don't want to do again. Okay? I'll do that. No, they were new PS4s. They were like, I would buy the PS4. So here's what I'll do. Sometimes, thank God, sometimes I would just say, okay, listen, what's your fucking, like, let me just have Amazon ship it to you. All right? Because I don't actually have to fucking do it myself. That wasn't all the times. All right? Sometimes people were in like, I remember there was one guy in like Saudi Arabia or fucking Baghdad. Another guy was like in New Zealand, and shit became fucking complicated, bro. Because the addresses and the zip codes and how you'd put those in were so different compared to what you get in the USA. And like when it came to, let's say, the UK or France, England, I was fine. But Baghdad, nigga, I was like, nah. Like some random town in Zimbabwe, I was like, what the fuck? And so I couldn't do it the traditional Amazon way. I had to go to the post office. I had to do X, Y, and Z. I think even sometimes, did I have to show my passport? I forget if I had to do that. But it was too much. It was just too much. It was just too much. Blackmare, yeah, I hear Blackmare is good. Yeah. Shipping a PS4 to Baghdad, put Cole on the list. Ooh. Before we go any further, we want to be crystal clear about this one thing. Apple's fees will not impact your existing members. It will only affect new memberships purchased in the iOS app from November onwards. Here's everything you need to know to navigate this change in the least disruptive way possible. Navigating Apple's fees. We've been working closely with creators to figure out the best way to help you avoid earning distributions stemming from Apple's 30% app store fee. Based on creator feedback, we've built an optional tool that can automatically increase your prices only in the iOS app to offset the cost of Apple's fees. This way, you continue to earn at least the same amount per membership as you do on all other platforms. That said, you deserve the chance to decide whether it's something you want. So while the automatic price increase is the default option, you can also have the choice to keep your membership prices the same and pay the 30% fee from your earnings. We do not recommend this because it means you'd earn less per membership on in-app iOS transactions. But ultimately, we believe it's important to give you agency to make your own decisions. I will not be doing that. Just keep me honest, because holy fuck, man. That's a... No offense, but 30%'s a lot. That's a lot. Obviously, neither of these solutions are ideal. But remember, Apple's fees are only in the iOS app. Your price on the website and Android app will remain complete. Your prices on the web and the Android app will remain completely unaffected. They're just saying, hey, yo, fuck these niggas, bro. They're saying, if you want to go Android, you don't have to do nothing. You can always send your fans to this Help Center article, which I'll do that probably too. After this video, I'll probably post tomorrow, which explains iOS in-app fees relative to other platforms so they can better understand the implications of where they choose to make their purchases. In any case, the decision you end up making doesn't have to be final. You can change how you apply the fee at any time. For a breakdown of fees earnings, check out our Help Center article. Navigating Apple's billing requirements. Dude, nigga, goddamn. Okay, fuck it. Let me just go through this, okay? 10 years, my God. Patreon is home to an incredible range of creators, all with unique circumstances and billing needs. Apple's in-app purchases, especially when you have your shit connected to Vimeo. Because Vimeo are wolves. You know, do fucking wolves, man. God damn. Every quarter, Ayo King. Where's the money? Oh, fuck, man. Y'all no idea. Fucking goddamn packed every quarter with these boys. Patreon is home to an incredible range of creators with all unique circumstances and billing needs. Apple's in-app purchases. Give me a second. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Yes, that's exactly how it is. Unironically. Out. Okay. Where was I? Pretty. Yes. Actually, I mean, you know what? That'd be actually a great thumbnail. I don't know what though. Like Zoro with two swords out. Like, I don't know. I was some bullshit thumbnail. Okay, let me just focus up. I want a veteran's badge for being a 10-year patron. I have proof of billing that goes back to March 20. Hold on. Does that even exist? I'm cool with that for sure, but I don't even know if that exists or not. Or is that automatic? Or do I have to apply for that? Or do you have to apply for that or something? Like, how do you get a veteran's badge? I mean, shit, I don't know how to do the goddamn get the YouTube silver play button yet. I don't have you noticed? Guys that have 100K subs, they have a play button in the background. I don't. Yo. I can show you. You'll learn per month. With 4 billion details. Patreon. Your badge. Am I just slow? What's the difference here? April, March. What changed? Do you get something? Oh, customer for Discord. Okay. Okay, I was confused. Wait for a second. Okay, I got you. Okay. Oh yeah, actually that reminds me. I'm gonna probably start yeah, from Xeno. Okay, so I'm gonna probably start. We're gonna go back to uploading some of this stuff for the $5 members for you guys soon enough. You're gonna get a few shows, including JoJo's Bizarre Adventure edited reactions for Part 5. JoJo's dun 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 Golden Wind. Oh shit, Golden Wind. It's coming back. Shit. Patreon used to tell you how long you in Patreon. Somebody just move the future. Oh yeah, fair enough. No, I haven't got the video yet. Okay, I'm still. Yo, this is a long, Julius. This is a long article. Or you know what? I'm just slow. Not in that way though. Let me just get this real quick. Okay, fuck it. Because let's make sure everyone is aware of what's going to happen. Okay, so just give me like 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. Boom. Let me just focus on this. Navigating Apple's billing requirements, Patreon is home to an incredible range of creators with all the unique circumstances and the billing needs. Apple's in-app purchasing system, on the other hand, only supports Patreon subscription billing model. Apple is also made clear that if creators and Patreon continue to use unsupported billing models or disable transactions of the iOS app, we will be at risk of having the entire app removed from their app store. Jesus Christ. Apple's billing mandates mean that if you're on the first of the month or per creation billing model, your memberships will no longer be available to fans in the iOS app starting this November until you switch over to a subscription billing. As a result, Apple's mandates, and in order to make sure that you can continue getting new members in an iOS app, we've started a 16-month-long migration process to bring all creators into, that's what I said before, onto subscription billing by November 2025, supporting by a roadmap of new features and tools to make sure the billing model works for you, your community, and your business. To be clear, this means that the first of the month and per creation billing models will be discontinued in November 2025. No. Entirely, not just for iOS, but for entirely. I think most creators on Patreon use subscription billing. Over the past few years, we've slowly rolled it out, tackling each hurdle that has come to ensure that the migration is not disruptive for creators. That's the way we like to roll out production. Unfortunately, because of Apple's timelines and constraints, we can't continue to do it in this way. Instead of helping creators move to a subscription billing if and when they feel like it's the right for them, we're now forced to migrate all creators in Apple timeline. How this change will affect you depends on your current billing model. If you're not sure of what billing model you're on, find out your settings. Subscription billing, you don't have to make any changes to your billing model. You can adjust how you handle Apple's fees anytime. So that's for me, basically. The rest, I don't really care. Road forward. We can do absolutely everything we can to make sure that these changes are as smooth as possible for you and your fans and your business. We didn't choose this path, but we're focusing our resources on making subscription billing an even better experience for creators and fans. This will take time, and we're committed to making it happen for every creator. We're working with creators who have already successfully navigated this process to make how-to videos, FAQs, and articles in our newsroom and help center. We're bringing together communities of creators on first of the month and per creation billing models over on our Discord to talk about migration tips and the best practices. We're keeping up to date with through emails, web, and mobile notifications and reminders. We're continuing to advocate for you with Apple and everywhere else. And we're gathering your feedback every step of the way to make the process even better. If any questions for Patreon team, available Discord August 12th to 9 a.m. Okay, so whatever. That's all that stuff. I thought it was important to actually tackle. We're all now aware what's going on. Yeah. For the most part, this doesn't really affect me insofar as I'm gonna keep my current billing model. But if you do use the Patreon app on iOS, then there will be a uptick in your pricing. It is what it is, okay? That's not something that I want. No one wants this outside of Apple, because Apple makes sure. Apple just wants the money, bro. Apple just wants the money, honey. And they're going to get it if you want to do it. So up to you. Up to you. Low key, maybe Android's the way, or just subscribe and then watch my content through either the Google Chrome or the Safari web page on your phone. Shit. So, all right. I started watching Cole when he was doing Monk chapter reviews for Bleach and Naruto, and they were all the memes, agendas videos with his guy Kakashi and just him. Yay, bro! But he uploaded every chapter every week, and I loved it. He was also one of the few people who said, "Appreciate, bro." The thing about it is that I used to do that too. Well, hold on, I used to do that. Of course, that's me. I love doing that too, but the problem was that I couldn't do that and then also do, let's say, streams, and also let's say do card listing on Patreon like this. Because doing those videos, I was the main editor for all that content. And I still edit the videos myself, like in minor ways here and there. But when I was doing the editing, the lion's share of the editing, nigga. Oh yeah, my style was great. People love my style back in the day. And to be fair, the editors are now great, without a doubt. But my style had a like uniqueness to it, like the memes and the clips and like the long ass paragraphs, but it was like a second you have to pause and actually read that whole shit. There were fun things like that. I'll put in a whole bunch of like audio effects, and I'll put in like a whole bunch of like it was great shit. Okay, it was for sure great shit. I did it for a long time, but I had to adjust. I had to adjust with the times, and I am better off. And I am better off for that now in a general sense, for sure, without a doubt. But it means that the videos can't be the same style. Only once in a while do I really buckle down. I do a video like that. And the last time I did that was actually for the One Piece live action last year, because I wanted to come out with video content like immediately. And that was actually a pretty good video. I mean, that was a fucking damn good video. Like a damn good video. But that was like my whole day. That was literally, I'm getting no sleep today. I'm just gonna post the shit. Fuck it. And I did it. I got no sleep. Well, maybe an hour sleep afterward. I was done. But fuck, we got it done. Because I had a stream like the next day. It was ridiculous.